Hi everybody, welcome to the Steve Lyon Show. I'm DJ Foster, joined by Grand Valley State head baseball coach Steve Lyon. Coach, thanks for joining me this week.
Good to be here, DJ.
Coach, 4-game series last week against Wayne State at home. It was your home season finale in the regular season. You went 2-2 against the Warriors, pushes your record to 32-12 overall. Snapped a nice winning streak that you had going on there, but again, you still took 2 out of 4 games against a good Wayne State team. You're 22-8 in conference play. Last week of the GLIAC regular season is this week. You're on the road. Kind of what are your thoughts on last weekend, and do you like where you're sitting right now?
Yeah, I told the team, I said if we sat at the start of the year and said we've got a week, 6 games left in the conference and we're 2 games up, I think we'd be feeling pretty good, and we are. I just a little disappointed in not so much the losses, but just the way we played this weekend. I thought we got caught up in a little bit of the hoopla of, home finale. We had some senior day things going on Sunday. We had our big drawing for the raffle. So there's a lot of people there, which is great. And then, of course, the whole thing about, my last game at home, and a lot of former players came by, which is great to see them too. But it just seemed like a different type of atmosphere. So we've got to get back to playing baseball these last 6 games. They're all on the road. They're all going to be competitive. And we're going to have to do well to hold on to our lead.
Yeah, on Saturday, you started off with a tough loss to open the series, a 7-6 loss. Wayne State was up 5-1, then 7-4. You kind of made a late push in the bottom of the 7th, but they held on. Kevin Zach had a great weekend overall, but he started off 3 for 4. A couple of runs scored, a couple RBI. Steve Anderson was 3 for 4 with 2 RBI, and Mike Nadrotowski scored 3 times. What were your thoughts on the opening game of the series? It looked like Wayne held the lead for most of the game.
Yeah, they did. I thought we played one of our worst games all year, to be honest with you. It was kind of, we not wanted to lose anytime, you don't want to lose, but, last year we had that long winning streak and we got in the World Series, and it was like it was a monkey on our back. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't a bad thing to lose at this point in time in the regular season. It's just the way we lost again. I just didn't think we played very well. And 7-6, I don't think the game was that close. I mean, really, they had the game in hand for the most part, and we made a push, like you said, in the end to make it close. But it wasn't a good way to get the weekend started, and we were going into that second game on Saturday with hopefully some determination to turn things around.
Yeah, and you did. You bounced back. It was 2-2 in Game 2 in the 4th inning. Then you scored 4 runs to take a 6-2 lead. You end up winning 7-2. Garmin pitched well again. 7 innings, just 4 hits allowed. Obviously, the 2 runs. Zach and Giancarlo Brignoni were both great, 3 for 4. They each scored a run and drove in a run. Nadrotowski had 3 RBI with a pair of hits. So you earned the split on Saturday. I'm sure that was what you were looking for.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was great to come back. And like you said, it was still a tight game in the 4th inning. And we kind of broke it open with a couple big 2-out hits. Nadrotowski had a big 2-run single. Mitch Kozlowski, who's every time we put him in there, a true freshman at second base, he seems to do something to help the team. He had a sac fly, he had another base hit to score a run, put a bunt down. So he does those little things that we needed to do. And as you mentioned, Garmin pitched well. Getting back to that first game, Scapel, usually when you have Scapel and Garmin going, you got a pretty good chance of having 2 well-pitched games, and we have all year long. But Kyle didn't have us for the first time all year, really, in that first game. But Garmin came back and really shut the door on a pretty good hitting team the second game, and gave us a chance to win. We scored enough runs to do so. Yeah,
and that kind of carried over. It looked like on Sunday, you win 4-2 in Game 1 on Sunday. You led 4-0, and then you kind of held on at the end. No real stars of this game. You had 7 different guys with a hit, and 4 different guys with an RBI each. But Corey Baker pitched very well, 5 2/3 innings, only gave up 4 hits. Zambron came in and closed the door. So, like I said, no individual stars in terms of big numbers, but it was kind of a team effort to get the 4-2 win.
Yeah, I mean, if you consider Garmin's game on Saturday and then Baker the first game on Sunday, for 2 consecutive games, we really kind of shut down their offense, and they do have a pretty good offensive team. So it was a well-pitched game. Baker, we wanted him to get him into the 7th. Or at least through 6, and then let Zambron pitch the 7th. Couldn't quite do that. Couldn't get that last out in the 6th, and they got a couple runs, so it was time to bring in Brad, and he's been lights out as you know all year long, and came in and got a 4-out save in this case, and we just scored enough runs to win again. Kind of like you said, the whole lineup contributed. 7 different guys got base hits. 4 different guys had RBIs, so that's always been our strength.
Sure.
And going into the second game on Sunday, we'd always been pretty good up and down the lineup, and we'll talk about this in a minute, but kind of getting ahead of myself. But in the second game on Sunday, we had, I think, 7 hits, and all of them were from the first 3 guys in the batting order. So that was kind of a different view and not a good one of our lineup. And but the first game on Sunday, we had everybody contributing, and that was great.
Yeah, like you said, the offensive firepower from Wayne State definitely showed in the second game. In the 14 at bats between the two teams, there was runs scored in 10 of those 14 half innings. So there was just runs going all over the board. You fall 11-8. Again, as you said, the top 3 guys in your lineup had all 7 of your hits. Kevin Zach was 3 for 3. He had a homer, a double, 2 runs scored, 3 RBI. B-Rob, Brian Robinson, was 2 for 3. He scored 4 times in the game on Sunday, and then Nadrutowski was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. But it just seemed to be like maybe your pitching ran out, was too little at the end. And as we said, the 3 guys at the top of the lineup were providing all the offense for you.
Well, as you know, DJ, it comes down to starting pitching for the most part. And, Anthony Campanella has been tremendous all year long, but he was not good on Sunday. He will admit that. And left a lot of balls up. It seemed like they were sitting on his off-speed stuff, which is his forte. So he struggled, and we just couldn't quite catch up with, giving them, 5 or 6 runs in the first 3 innings. And then, our relief pitching was okay, but not great. We didn't really shut the door. We kept letting them add on runs. And then at the end, when we tried to catch up, it was just too much, to do. So we did hit the ball fairly well at the top of the order. But if you don't have 4, 5, and 6 driving those guys in when they get on base, it's hard to really get a lot of offensive output. 8 runs is pretty good, but the way we hit and we got a lot of walks and had guys on base, we could have scored 14 or 15 if we just had some other guys contributing further down in the lineup. So, we came away with a split for the weekend, so it's not terrible, but we had a chance to probably do better. We just didn't. So now we've got to regroup and go on the road and see if we can do better.
Yeah, this week, Coach, 3 doubleheaders, all, as you said, all on the road. On Wednesday, you're at Northwood at 2 p.m. for a doubleheader with the Timberwolves. Then on Saturday, Sunday, you go to Ohio Dominican for a 4-game series down in Columbus. 1 o'clock on Saturday, noon on Sunday. So talk about this week ahead. Again, it's the final week of the regular season. You're starting to get in that postseason push as the conference tournament will be not this upcoming weekend, but the following weekend.
Right, and we want to win the regular season title. That's one of our goals. So we're going to have to win a few games this week to hold on to our 2-game lead. And Northwoods always gives us trouble no matter where we play them, but especially at their place. So we have to have a couple good days of practice leading into Wednesday and make sure that we're ready to go. And I've never been to Columbus, so it'll be a new experience for me going to play Ohio Dominican on the weekend. But they've been playing well, and they're battling for that last playoff spot for the conference tournament. So they're going to be fired up at home, playing us for the first time in their facility with a lot on the line for them. So it's going to be a good series. So it's an exciting way to end the season. 6 games on the road will be a test for us. I think we're going to be ready, so we'll see what happens.
Sounds good. Again, 6 more regular season games for Grand Valley State this season. They're 32-12 overall, 22-8 in GLIAC play. Coach, good luck this weekend. Enjoy Ohio.
Thanks, DJ. I appreciate it.
And we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching the Steve Lyon Show here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.